Hello fellow Techers, Space Bandit here with another episode of World of Tanks. And today we are back in AMX 50B. How long has it been? Like forever. Can't remember last time I took this thing out. For those of you that have been with me for a long time, you know that this used to be one of my favorite tanks back in the day. One of my favorite tanks. It was sitting in a garage forever. It's been collecting dust for years. For years, boys and girls. Until I decided to take it out just recently for a few games. And I gotta tell you, this tank is still a freaking monster. If you know how to play this tank right, this tank is good. Totally good. Like, you cannot play this tank up front and brawl. You have to play it as a support tank from behind. Support your heavies, support your friendlies that are brawling up front somewhere. Play it a little bit from further away, like a sniper. That's the way I like to play this tank. And ambush. This thing has such a great ambush ability. It's unbelievable. So, why am I in this tank? You know what? I figured I want to show you all of the auto-loading tanks. All of the auto-loading heavy tanks that are in the game. Well, majority of it. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. We showed you T57 Heavy just recently, and now we're going to show you AMX 50B. After which we're going to have a couple of videos, well, one, maybe two videos, in a Kranvan, Tier 10 Swedish heavy tank. So you can get an idea of how these tanks play. I'm not going to go into details as far as the stats and all that stuff, but you guys can get a feeling of how these tanks play. Anyway, AMX 50B is a sniper. This tank is a sniper, and the gun on it is fantabulous. Again, you can get about 400 alpha per shell with 1600 alpha potential. The reload is about 26 seconds, I believe. Let's take a look at what my reload is. Like, we're gonna see it in a split second over here. But I think it's about 26 seconds, and if you throw in combat ratios, it's a little bit faster. But what you can see me do here is I'm playing from far away. I'm trying to be a sniper in this game. So what's my reload here? What the shit? It showed 10 seconds. It's not 10 seconds, guys. This reload is 26 or 27 seconds, something like that. But anyway, the gun accuracy on this thing is just phenomenal. Now, today we're on map Overlord. And Overlord, if you watched any of my videos in the past, the way this map is won, it is won on the east side of the map. If you can actually push through there and get the high ground, you usually win the game. Now, this game is going to be a lot closer than I thought it would be. My team did well. We gave up the beach. We took control of the middle of the map as well as the east side of the map. But for whatever reason, the opposition team made it a game. And as you notice here, I was sitting back on the south side trying to snipe, getting these guys down in health. But now I realize that I'm in trouble. I'm the only one down south, and I need to reload, get the hell out of this situation. Load some premium shells because I'm probably gonna get into some one-on-one situations, and that's important because standard shells on AMX 50B are not the best when it comes to penetration. That's why I tend to use APCR rounds a little bit more than AP rounds on this tank, to be honest. But okay, what we're gonna do here is we're gonna try to ambush, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. So we see this M48 20mm approaching there, and I was like, okay, I want to engage this guy, but then all of a sudden AMX 50B shows up, and oh crap. So we managed to track him. Then we bounce a shell, which should have penned. One thing you have to be mindful is AMX 50B's lower plate is tough, and it's hard to penetrate, so it's better to shoot his turret. Now, this is going to be a critical part of the game. So what we're going to do is we're going to use ram ability of this tank. Now, this tank can ram, so take a look at this. 300 alpha took off of this guy. We know AMX 50B is reloading right now, so I don't have to worry about him, but I'm going to block his route because he was so low on HP. I was able to take him out just by him ramming into me. And now we're going to take care of this M48 120mm, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to unload our clip and take him out of the game, and that's the ability of this tank. It can do stuff like that. It's unbelievable. It can ram tanks, and you can use that clip potential, which is fantabulous. So even though you don't have the armor to fight heavy armored vehicles, you can still make it work. if you use it in the right way. Now, we have to be concerned about this Death Star right there, but we're not going to engage him right now. We're going to put a shell into this T-54E1, and now we're going to run. So we're going to turn our turret around in case they shoot us. We have a tougher part of the armor pointed towards them. Now we're going to use this building on the right-hand side in order to break the vision a little bit. And now we're going to go around, all the way around. Use the mobility of this tank to go through this corridor right here and help our TD that's currently sitting at B4. Now, we are outnumbered at the moment. We're losing this game 3-2, but do not despair. We are an autoloader. We can finish this game in no time. We just have to make sure we protect our TD so that we can be together when the enemy approaches. Now, the opposition is probably looking for me in a different area right now. So this E75 is not going to expect me here. We're going to get a drop on him. And there we go. We see his sight, so we take him out of the game. At the same time, we're going to stick around here right now because RTD will have shots into this area right here. So what we're going to do is poke up over here and try to spot to see who's coming up. This T-54E1 is giving me a little bit of goosebumps because obviously he's an autoloader and he can easily take me out of the game. But he's afraid to crest because he knows that there is TD behind me, because that TD was spotted earlier, so he knows exactly where it is. So we're going to try to respot the T-54E1. We're going to put a shell into him at the same time. We spot the Death Star also. RTD puts a shell into T-54E1. We bounce a shell, but luckily he puts a shell into the ground, and now we're going to aim this shot into his cheek, and we're going to take him out of the game. Now we have to run. We have to get the hell out of this situation right now because we know Death Star is coming after us. So I'm telling my friendly that I'm reloading. We're going to get ourselves behind this building right here, and we're going to try to break the vision again so that Death Star doesn't notice us. Unfortunately, we get spotted there. I was hoping I wouldn't get spotted, but now there's nothing else we could do. Is we could sit behind this building here and see which way Death Star will come out. Because remember, Death Star's gun doesn't rotate 180 degrees. And if we're fast enough, we can pretty much juke him. But he takes a shot at our TD, and props to our TD because he came out and he basically sacrificed himself to let me win the game for the team. Fantastic teamwork in this situation, and I do appreciate the TD for sacrificing himself so that we can win this game. And we were able to complete this with quite a nice result. I mean, nothing spectacular, but take a look at this. We finished up with 6,500 damage, about 500 assisted, 1614 base XP, and 6 kills at the same time. Quite a nice game for this tank. We finished with Mastery Ace tanker for this game, Top Gun medal, High Caliber medal. Yeah, quite a nice game. We finished on top of the team with 1614 base XP, and this tank is still a beast, guys. It's still a beast. It can still do it on the battlefield, especially if you play it correct. If you play it as an ambush tank or as a support tank, you'll definitely have success. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. That's it for now. Until next time, happy tanking. Space Bandit, checking out.